A tiger killed somebody at a zoo in England. Let me read you the story here, and then I'll explain what caught my eye about this specifically. A female zookeeper was mauled to death by a tiger Monday at the Hamerton Zoo Park in Cambridgeshire, England, authorities confirmed. Cambridgeshire police said officers responded to a serious incident at the park, located about 70 miles north of London, about 11 a.m. local time. A tiger had entered an enclosure with a keeper, the department said in a statement. Sadly, the female zookeeper died at the scene. The fatal incident is not believed to be suspicious, and at no time did the tiger escape from its enclosure, authorities said. The victim's name and age have not yet been released. The zoo was evacuated after the attack, according to the BBC. The Hamerton Zoo confirmed the death in a statement Monday evening that said the matter appears to have been a freak accident. A full investigation is currently underway, and we hope that more details can be announced as soon as we are able. The statement said, all our thoughts and sympathies are with our colleagues, friends, and families at this dreadful time. Okay, so, here's the part that really caught my eye. This is obviously a tragedy, and I feel horrible for her and her family that had to have to experience this. But when they say, it appears to have been a freak accident. A tiger mauling a person to death? I think that's more like the norm, bro. Freak accident. That's what tigers do, is fucking wild animals. Yes, that's what happens. Now, they'd say, well, this one was more trained, and yeah, but that's why it's called a wild animal. Because sometimes with a wild animal, you just don't fucking know. Something's a little off, they don't like the smell of a fucking perfume, they don't like, I don't know, what was the story? Back in the day, the monkey who ripped a woman's face off, they gave the monkey Xanax, thinking like, oh, it'll calm the monkey down. The monkey fucking went nuts and ripped somebody's face off. Yeah, it's a fucking wild animal. You can't control all the variables, which is why we generally stay the fuck away from wild animals. So they call it a freak accident. I call it the norm. So, again, I feel horrible for the family and for the woman who lost her life and all that stuff, but I don't know, let's just kind of remember that wild animals are wild animals, and that maybe keeping them cooped up in zoos is not the best idea. And to be clear, I don't know I don't have, like, strong opinions on zoos. I know some people are like, abolish them and abolish them now. I don't know what kind of, information, scientific facts we get as a result of having zoos and how much we learn about certain animals in the process. And I don't know the spectrum and variation of how humane some zoos are versus others and whatnot. So I'm not educated enough on the topic to have a strong opinion, but I'll just say that my gut instinct is like generally a bad idea and shouldn't have that many zoos, because it's just something about it just isn't right. Like, okay, these are wild animals and you're fucking, they're all cooped up, and then, whoa, look, one mauled the worker. Who could have seen it coming? A lot of people. I saw it coming. A lot of people could have seen it coming. It's a fucking wild animal. That's the point of it being a wild animal, is it'll do shit like that. So, and by the way, if you think, well, come on, this is so rare. This is the 4th time this year that this happened. Seems like a lot. Seems like a pretty high risk thing, but, maybe not. I don't know how many zoos there are around the world. I don't know how many employees at zoos there are, how many work with the tigers, so I don't know what the percentages are like. Being a fisherman is probably much more dangerous, so, take that for what it is. Being a fisherman, I think, is the most dangerous occupation in the world. But let's just remember, it's a wild animal. It's not a freak accident. This is kind of what they do.